What is up, my Planet Coaster friends? Johnny5 Live here, and we are back with another mega park for Park Spotlight. And in today's episode, we're going to be looking at Jolly Roger Land, created by NDP UK 1980s. So stay tuned and let's check it out. So as I mentioned, this is another mega park. It's built front to back, as you can see, corner to corner. The entire map is utilized. We're actually able to run this one on medium graphics. However, when I loaded it up, there were 10,000 guests in the park, and I literally I closed down the park and hit fast forward 3 times speed, and I watched a whole episode of Vikings before they all left. So just a note to Andy, please, set a park limit of 1 to 2,000, and then reopen your park and re-upload your blueprint or update your blueprint, because most people who open up this park are going to have a nightmare of frame issues. I have a pretty good computer and it was killing me. Now that the guests are out of the park, I'm on medium graphics and it seems to be running fairly good. I could probably even go to high, but I just want to play it safe. So yeah, it's running pretty good. I only have 1,000 guests in the park. I could probably up the limit as we go through this. More people will come in, so we'll do that. And yeah, let's just take a look at the Steam Workshop really quick. Here it is, Jolly Roger Land by Andy P. Come rate it, favorite it, subscribe to it, all that good stuff. Links will be down in the description below. This was a submission, so Andrew says, hello there, I've been watching your channel and love the Planet Coaster Park and ride submissions you've been reviewing. I just recently completed my large detailed pirate themed park called Jolly Roger Land and would love it if you could do a review of it, of course, if you have time. Here's a link to the Steam Workshop, and I look forward to seeing your review. Andy. All right, thank you so much, Andy, for your submission. Let's take a better look at this. So bird's eye view, we have this really crazy Caribbean style park here with like a fort castle wall built all the way around it. We have like a beach resort kind of thing going on over here. Really cool stuff. We got some coasters up in the hills and stuff up in the mountains. We got a volcano. That's very cool. We got another nice little pretty almost like pirate style resort back here. So it's like and then we go into like the jungle. Very cool. So really stretching that theme quite largely across the entire map. And I really like how you go from, the Caribbean castle, fort, village, city thing into different resorts and up and wrapping around to the jungle. My only critiques and criticisms here are just as we experienced in the last episode, these mega parks are a little bit hard to handle for the average computer and even for the good computers. It's always a shame having to view these in lower detail graphics and experiencing some frame hiccups. It never makes for the most fun experience. So in the future, I would say just this area here might be enough with the little jungle at the back, and that would probably do it. All of this area up here is probably chewing up the frame rate or adding to it. Depends on how you want to do it, but I would probably break it up. Like you could have a whole jungle themed park just in itself, and that would be cool. I do, however, like the idea of like the beach resorts, the castle area, the town area, and then the jungle, but maybe you could just compact it a little bit further for the future. Nonetheless, this is absolutely amazing, and if you have a good enough computer to run this on high graphics at full 60 FPS, which I don't really think is possible, I think it's something special, that's for sure. This whole thing is absolutely amazing. So let's start getting a better look at everything up close. So I think this is the park entrance. They come through here, I'm gonna guess. So we're just gonna get lost in this little city here. Really immersive, tons of detail, lots of stuff going on. We got some teacups over here. A nice little pond with some duckies here. Those are the same duckies I've noticed from Extraordinaire's, what is it? The duck fishing game he made. Royal Tavern. This is really nice. Got little barrels for seats. We got some cheese, some fruit, a nice little turkey. Awesome. So much detail. I'm assuming all these buildings are going to have just so much detail. So We have to go through these a little bit faster, guys. So sorry if I miss anything. It's just the nature of how these videos work. They're such big parks. We don't want to go over an hour. I'd like to stay under half an hour. That's just the nature of YouTube watch time retention. Most people can't stand to watch a video for longer than 5 minutes these days. So, you know, this is for the super fans, I suppose. And, you know, hopefully you guys make it through this. But we do have to avoid some of the details and go through this as fast as possible. I wish we could spend a little bit longer, but that's also why I provide the links down in the description below. So if you want to get a better look at it for yourself, you can do that. But I will do my best to soak it all up, and we will try and have as much fun as possible. This is really cool. I love these little alleyways. We're just going to get lost in here. What a cool town. I love the use of colors. All the buildings have a different color going on here. Really neat. They all have their own style to them. They're all very unique. Good job at mixing things up, making everything feel a little bit different. But it all still has a cohesive matching theme running throughout it. So really well done. Did we come from here already? Like these little back alleyways. This is so neat. It's very believable. It feels lived in. It feels like there's a whole lot going on. Every time we come through a new area, we're presented with another beautiful view. We got some carolers over here. Coaster going up above us. Nice little town square area over here. Wow. This is jam-packed, guys. Which way do we go? This building feels a little bit different. Doesn't really match the rest. It's the one building that stands out different. Nonetheless, it's very cool. I can't wait to take a look at this fort wall. These buildings are so awesome. Yeah, I really love the buildings. This is so cool. Nice little fountain and garden area. Got some cosmic cows hopping about. Hey! I feel like I'm playing an RPG, guys. I want to run around to shops and buy new gear, get my weapons sharpened, and leave out the front gate to go kill some goblins. Or something. Ah! Something's on fire over here. Whoa. This is crazy. Let's take a big look at this fort wall. This thing is gnarly. Lots of guards. Port Royal. Some nice bridges. Little stingray in the water there. Got a like little beach house over here, and it's a coaster station. Very nice. Love the colors of this coaster here. Very well done. Looks like we get to ride the Manta today, guys. The other one. I got butchered for that, didn't I? What would it be, guys? The Orlando Manta? We're learning. We're figuring this thing out one day at a time. Oh, game's dying. All these explosions. Maybe I should lower the graphics some more, but it's so pretty. Look at this view. They're fighting off pirates. Wow. That is crazy. Frame rate's not the best, but it's nice being able to look at this at the higher graphics. We got lots of nice shadows, vibrant colors, nice lights. Not too many people walking around the park. We only have 2,000. So, I don't know where they all are. They're probably getting lost in the jungle somewhere. I can only imagine. So there it is. That is the whole town area. I'm sure there's some alleyways that we didn't go down. I missed this whole port area. Wow. Good attention to detail, recreating a whole docking area, all the shipping supplies. We got little boats, docks, and even some storage facilities. Well done. I really like this. I haven't seen a whole like Caribbean pirate city like this yet. So a really cool coaster that I'm looking forward to riding there. I like this little beach resort area. It's very lush and friendly looking. Like these little buildings. We got a gigantic chairlift. That'll be fun to ride. I think we should have to do that. Oh, look at the crabbies. They're firing at the crabs. The pirates are fighting off crabs. That is amazing. Good work. I feel like I'm playing arcades or something. This is crazy. Some caves and stuff. This is kind of like the Goonies. Wow. Some waterfalls. All right, let's work our way up. So we come up here. Past 30 janitors. There's a lot of janitors in this park. What's this one called? He called it the Distant Traveler. I think it's called the Genie or something. Oh, I love this coaster. Don't tip the bucket. Don't tip the bucket. The trick is to not tip the bucket, guys. Does he do it? We will have to find out. That is going fast. Definitely tip the bucket. Definitely tip the bucket. That's unfortunate. This ride's on fire. Cooking the people. Just a slow cooker. What's over here? Little battle going on. The volcano seeping into the log flume. That is pretty crazy. Got a nice wooden coaster over here. I'm excited. Got another sundial or whatever it is over here. What are these ones called? Oh, he called it the Bird's Nest. Nice to see you naming your flat rides. That's pretty cool. Little pirate land over here. Love these views here. Look at this. Beautiful. What a cool park, guys. This is kind of overwhelming. Look at this boarding station. Oh my god. That is wicked. Nice touch. So this is kind of like Pirate Land. Some really neat flat rides over here. A bar. You can watch a band play. Some nice bridges. Man-made bridges. Always appreciate those. Where's this go? Oh, that's the park entrance. Or is it? Maybe. Yeah, that is. This is the park entrance. So that's why we weren't seeing any people on that side of the map. Because they hadn't made it there after I kicked them out. So that's actually the very far reaches of the map. We were looking at it backwards. Interesting. So they are all lost in the jungle. And look at this like swampy area. Wow. Lots of details going on in here, guys. This is crazy. What is that? Black Anaconda. Another really nice boarding station. I hear some more janitors. Everywhere I look, I can see like 2 or 3 janitors. 1, 2, 3. Everywhere I look. Got some crazy coasters over here. Oh, look at this little village over here. It's like a little farming town. Got some crops. Very nice. This kind of reminds me of Guild Wars. I think it's the human starting area. Very reminiscent of that. I'm wanting to go play Guild Wars now after watching all this. Seriously. Look Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that game. It's been like 5 years since I played it, though. Has it been that long? Feels like it. Maybe 3 or 4. Wow, this area is real nice. It's all overgrown. This jungle is crazy. So it doesn't look like the people can explore too deep into that part of the jungle. It's just coasters running over there. And I think that's an efficient way to do it. Theme around the coasters, but have the station close to the paths, and then leave it at that. This boarding station is sort of just encompassed by all the trees and bushes. That is such a cool idea. These areas are so inviting and friendly. What is this? We got a shrine. I think we saw this. Is that from Scylla's workshop that we saw on Workshop Wednesday, I believe? Possibly could be. Starting to recognize people's art, guys. But I have so many names going in and out of my brain every week. Forgot to mention, I did 28 recordings this week, guys. Today, this is my last recording. It's Friday at 8 p.m. at the time of making this recording right now. And it's my 28th recording this week. And by the time you guys actually get to watch this, it might even just be like Thursday or Wednesday, maybe even Friday when you watch this. Who knows? That means Monday's submissions are technically going to get pushed back a bit. But the reason I recorded so many is so I have a stockpile to edit, and it allows me to do some catch-up. Look at this view. This is absolutely gorgeous and so inviting. So yeah, it feels good getting a lot of recordings done, and I'm going to be able to just edit, release, and maybe have some catch-up time. So hopefully we're not sitting on 1,000 submissions again on Monday. You guys are going to have to wait a little bit longer. This is so freaking cool. Wowee. So much detail gone into this jungle area. I can really appreciate the effort here. Here, like, more janitors. Look at this boarding station. Really like this overgrown theme you got going on in this jungle. Another one here. So the people come down through here. Is this how they get... Okay, they go into this tunnel and they come out here where I thought was the entrance. But it's actually the entrance from the jungle. So we got some river rapids. We're going to probably have to go on these river rapids because he's done such a good job at decorating these jungles that I think it's going to be a really enjoyable one. So many details, all in these overgrown nooks. And my computer keeps dying. From a distance, it looks like a forest, but every time you zoom in, there's a set somewhere. All right, there it is. Impeccable work. We made it through the whole park. It took me about 20 minutes. We'll see after editing. Might be a little bit less. My recording says 20 minutes. I think it's time. We're missing stuff all over the place, though. I mean, I got to do this as fast as possible because it's probably going to take us half an hour just to ride these coasters alone, guys. So I'm gonna start back to where we started. I think let's ride this alley cat. Why not? I may need to lower the graphics for some of these coasters. I'm feeling some hitches in the frame rate, but we'll see. It's not terrible. It's got a creepy echo in here. Oh my god. Destruction. I really like the idea of this alley cat. It's like literally navigating through all the alleyways of the city. It's kind of like our tour guide. So we get another look at the city, which is kind of nice, in case we missed some details. I wouldn't normally ride the kiddie rides like this. However, I can see that it's going through such a inviting environment. It's hard to deny it. And I know I missed some details, so this should help make up for it. And who doesn't want to look at this city again? It is so gorgeous. Really like the theme of this park. Surprised that people still haven't made it over here. They're just lost. Going inside some buildings here. Very nice. So many details. Well done. Oh, a little bedroom. Wow. I think you get an award for the world's highest janitor count. Oh wait, we're inside that tavern that I was looking at? I wonder if the people get a walk in here. It's kind of neat. Heyo! Some dancing walls there. This is the end of the ride. I feel like we have to go up some more, don't we? Wow. This is crazy. Alright, now we're going up. I don't know how I feel about the track being purple. You might want to color it white, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it works. Maybe a beige or something. Alright, let's speed it up. I like this view right here, though. Did I miss that building completely? No, I'm pretty sure we saw it. This is so overwhelming. I don't remember this church. Well, I guess that's why we're... Like, there's a cemetery? I definitely did not remember seeing that. This is crazy. I feel like we're going through like a Skyrim town or something. Dragon's Reach. And there it is. End of the line. Amazing stuff. Really like that one. We'll open it up just in case. So I got a 4.2, a 2, and a 1. That's the ratings. Let's ride a coaster now, guys. Siege of Port Royal. Alright, here we go. Wow, look at that view. Another nice view of the city here. Wow. Frames are dropping a little bit. Very nice. Overall, I enjoyed that. The only thing that kind of stood out to me was the choice of color on this track. It feels very like McDonald's-y. Doesn't it? Red and yellow. I don't feel like it matches anything you have going on in this part of the city. So I dropped the effects quality and the texture quality and left the rest up. I still want to have the nice lighting. It's already feeling a little bit better. I definitely need to do that for these coasters. So this one's getting up to the top right now. This is Legend of Stingray. Let's do it. Let's do in seat mode. Little herky-jerky there. Oh, nice water effects. And my computer died. Not too bad. It felt a little bit... Let's see the ratings here. It's got good ratings. 6.3, a 5, and a 3. There was one spot that I felt like it was going a little bit too fast and it was a little jerky. I think it might have been here. Just kind of wobbles. Let's see the heat maps on Fear. Yeah, it's going up to 11 and 12 in Fear. It's just coming a little bit too fast around here. The way I would fix that is kind of pull this closer to the wall, bank it harder, and then make this corkscrew larger so it goes up and around much longer and slower. And that should, and maybe even this one too. And that should kind of improve the coaster overall. It might even increase the excitement rating. I think we're going to skip the flat rides because we're running low on time, although I do want to take a look at this, and it's going up right now. Such a good view. I have to look at this one. There's all your hard work, good sir. Amazing work. See, that red coaster stands out really strongly. Now that I've noticed that, I can't stop noticing it. Just so bright. Alright, ride is ending. Alright, let's do the don't flip the bucket game. So when I try to make these coasters, I mean, you're allowed to flip the bucket, but let's pause this. If you can see here, there's nothing holding these people in but a little steel beam. So technically, if it went upside down, it'd be terrifying. It'd be so terrifying. So when I'm making these coasters, I play a game that's like, don't flip the bucket. So, let's see. Already, it's completely, yeah, they would be dead. Especially depending on the way they're flipping. It would just launch out and splatter. Yeah, they're screwed. So if you're making these little birdie coasters, guys, try and keep it. Try and challenge yourself to keep the bucket upright at all times. The coaster goes upside down, but the cart is supposed to stay right side up. That's the whole point of it. But the game doesn't really do a good job at... is this one leaving the station now? Yeah, it is. So we gotta ride it in first person. It's a balancing act, this one, but even if the bucket is flipped, the ratings, like, they don't... It's still... You're allowed to open up the coaster. It's very strange. I feel like this one should be a lot easier to gain a high fear. But as a personal challenge, I say try not to flip the bucket. Oh, a little bumpy there. Ah! Yeah, right there, you definitely shit your pants. Not the best one. I feel like it could use a little bit of work, but not too bad. Better than my first one that I did of that. The Big Magma. 5.6, 4.6. What did this birdie get? A 6, a 4.6. All right, let's ride the Big Magma. Where's the boarding station? Alright, we're going into track view so we can get the nice sound of the wooden coaster. Very nice. And a lift. Oops. Trying to speed it up and have hit pause. Another big drop. This is bigger than the first drop, maybe. I was going to say that spiral could probably use bigger banking. Oh boy, we're getting cooked. Yeah, you use the steep banking on the straightaways, but you're using low banking on the turns. So a little bit strange in terms of banking. Some areas are it's banking really hard when it's going straight, and it's very mild when it's turning. That's my only feedback on this guy. Overall, it was pretty epic though. Nice and long. Let's take a look at this at nighttime. I'm just curious now. Probably should have given this one a ride at nighttime. My bad. It's called the Magma. Very nice. Look at this way the city lights up at nighttime, guys. Oh, and this one. See, somebody's using the spotlights. I like to see that. Whole track is glowing. Looks beautiful. Good job. Someone said, is lighting my pet peeve, and I just, because I bring it up so much, and it's not. It's just so many people forget to light things, and look how awesome it is when you do light things. It has a huge payoff. Even the little bits of green, light green, the orange glow to this forest. It's superb. Absolutely spectacular. I almost want to go on the river rapids at night. We will have to see. But it also looks really good at daytime. because it's so lush and vibrant. So we got this Wendigo going up right now. Whoops, what did I do? Look at that view. Good googly moogly. Got some backed up monorails. What's up with that? There's like 6 monorails stuck there. This is a pretty good Wendigo, I'm not gonna lie. Not too shabby. It's short, but it's also really fast. It has some good scenery. Well done. Something's wrong with your monorail. It's just backed up. Oh, we didn't look at the stats on this one. Got almost a 5, a 4, and a 2. Let's check this guy out. Black Serpent, a 7.2, a 5.7. Ooh, I'm excited. What? Oh. Oh boy. Some hang time here. Nice and fast. Little jerky there. Could use some smoothing this one, for sure some smoothing. Oh god. Oh boy. I like the design of it. I like the speed of it, but it's in desperate need of smoothing almost for 95% of it. Has potential though. That would scare the crap out of me in real life. Break a neck or two. Lair of the Kraken. No, we haven't. It's getting to the top right now. Whoa. Ah! Upside down. Help me. Oh, this one was pretty fun. Going into the Kraken layer like that. I like it. Alright, we got to start picking it up, guys. We're running out of time. Anaconda Temple. I'm just going to kick everybody off the ride. Speed things up. Got a 5.5 of 4.2. Let's go. Hybrid wooden coaster, love it. Going through the jungle. Another lift. I think facing the lift towards your park would have been better. Whoa. Ah! I like how the ride almost hits us there. I'd probably lower those two lifts and make them just hills. Ah, screwing it up. Yeah, I think you have enough speed to get all the way back. Those last two hills, I don't know where they were. Let's see if we follow it backwards. You had one here. If you just lowered that like this, and then I think there was one here. So if it came over this hill, up around the loop, over that hill, it would still make it back to the station nicely. Rise of the Jaguar, 6.3, 4.7, and a 2. Closing it down. Let's go on this thing. No! Alright, here we go. There you go. That's a nice view. This one could use a little bit of smoothing too. It's very lumpy. Yeah, very lumpy. Was this called like Rise of the Cobra or something? If it's supposed to be an anaconda, I would definitely think it should be much smoother ride, considering how smoothly a snaketail runs, right? Oh, it's Rise of the Jaguar. Derp, I think that was the other one. I don't know. So we're seeing a running theme with the lumpiness of your tracks. So I'm wondering if you know about the smooth tool. So I'm going to bring it up here. And just for anyone that doesn't know about it, we're going to just quickly do a quick lesson on it. So if you grab a section of track, there's the smooth all button, and it smooths the transition from this piece to this piece. But what's better yet is if you grab this, you can pull it over, and then you can even pull it back, and you can transition everything in between from this piece to this piece. Now, be warned, because what it's going to try to do now is it's going to try and make this whole track into one nice curve. So it will actually flatten out certain areas, but not completely, depending on how much you hit it. See, if I just tap it a couple times, we still maintain this nice curve, we still maintain this nice hill, and there's still a bit of a drop there. But if I keep smashing it, it'll eventually pull it all out. But now, look how smooth the coaster runs as it's coming across here. Just beautifully smooth. And you have some rickety spots up here as well. I'd say going from here to the transition. Much smoother curve, and then it's smoother into the bank as well. So this whole coaster could use a whole pass of smoothing, and you can even do it on big bends like that. If you just grab this whole circle here, you could actually turn this square into a circle. Now you got a nice little figure 8 perfect loop. So, there's my feedback for the day, guys. Let's move on. We're going to end the episode off with the river rapids at night. We have to ride something at night. So we're going to close this thing down and just ride it ourselves. We got a 4.4, a 3.3. All right, here we go. Lighting is already awesome. We're going to speed up the lifts. Gonna go ×2 speed, guys. It's a long river rapids. Still pretty slow at ×2. Very nice views. Very inviting. So we're getting all the lifts out of the way right away. And then hopefully it's all downhill from here. Very pretty. This would be an awesome river rapids to go on in real life. You get a lot of bang for your buck. Oh, huge drop. That must have taken a while to build. Holy crap. And into the awesome boarding station. Very good job. That was an epic park, everybody. Holy crap. This part was really cool too. Awesome job indeed. Really well lit at nighttime. And outstanding job at getting this thing to be packed front to back. And it ran pretty good for the most part. We did have to drop the textures and kick out all the people. But overall, it was one of the better running mega parks, I would have to say. Really good job. In the future, I mean, could probably keep it a little bit smaller just for optimization reasons. But I really enjoyed it. I think it was worth it, seeing it packed front to back. Yeah, can't praise it enough. Good job. My only feedback would be some of those coaster things that I mentioned. So yeah, really superb work. So thank you for your submission, Andy P. And once again, everybody, that was Jolly Roger Land, created by Andy P. Links will be down in the description as always if you want to get a better look at it for yourself. And that's going to do it for this episode of Park Spotlight, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please be sure to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more Daily Planet Coaster videos, and let me know what you guys thought of Jolly Roger Land down in the comments below. Alright, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.